I'm ready to die, Falz tells BBC and the whole world, and that is something that I still want to talk about in this particular video. And you have to actually understand that a lot of young people in the street, they are not happy with the situation of things, going against them. Yes, according to some people, they said, somebody who was a president 30 something years ago, still a president now, where is the future for the young people? But before I jump right in, I want you guys to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time I upload my videos. But if already subscribed, thank you for subscribing, and make sure you share my videos across all social media platforms so that others will get to see what is trending and what we are talking about on social media. Yes, anonymous trending right now on social media. A lot of people are talking about these anonymous hackers. But recently, the Nigerian army actually launched a particular Operation Crocodile Smile, targeting the activities of these people on the internet, because these people have been known to hack various governmental organizations websites and do a lot of justice to that, and that is something that is trending right now on social media. But you have to understand, according to what they actually wrote on their page, tweeted, and they said that Nigerian army is making a mistake that other governments have made around the world, and that is something that they are not backing down. But you have to actually understand, they make three axioms about what Nigerian army is going to do about them, that they're going to hype a particular fake account so that they will float that and make everybody to believe that that is the account, so they will hack into the account and then they will counter them. But you have to actually understand that these people, they have a lot of informations to themselves, and that is something that we need to actually understand. Recently they shared the personal details of our old Minister Lai Mohammed, so that everybody or every Nigerian will be calling him, and that is something that is happening right now. And it's like he has actually barred that line, and that line is no longer going through. And they share the contact, the personal contact of most senators on social media, which received a lot of commendations from them. Some people have been saying that yes, these people, we need some money from you guys. You guys should hack a bank's database so that you can distribute and share the money for everybody to actually have. But you have to actually understand that according to them, they said no, we can't do that because a lot of people will be affected, financially, economically, and socially. They will be affected. We are not targeting the financial institutions. Some people are calling on them to hack the Central Bank of Nigeria so that they can actually hack into their database and distribute money to them from the CBN. And that is something they are saying that it will affect the economy of Nigerians, and the young people will face more hardship, that they are doing it the right way and they are not backing down for giving Nigerian government, because they are supporting, or they are still supporting the EndSARS campaign or protest going around the country. Yes, Falz has come out to actually say, man, I'm ready to die at this particular time. I'm ready, very ready to die. And that is one thing that Falz has said, and that is disturbing a lot of people. But it's all interesting. That is to show you how angry most people are about the situation of things in Nigeria. And you have to actually understand that this EndSARS protest is targeted at reforming the government. That is something I believe, like the amount of money senators received, politicians received in National Assembly and other appointed position is something way outrageous. That is something that we are now talking about right now, and a lot of people are finding it all interesting to actually see. But you have to listen to Falz and get to understand how angry he was, at an interview with BBC.
It's really crazy for everyone out here. It's a horrible time. And if this was yesterday, I probably wouldn't have been able to take this call because I was extremely distraught. It was a horrible incident. But it started probably about 2 weeks ago, roughly about 2 weeks ago, on the 8th of October. Myself and another artist named Runtown, we had shared on our Twitter and Instagram pages that we were going to do a walk, just a march, a peaceful protest against all forms of police brutality, all forms of police misconduct in general. And we did that with the hashtag EndSARS. The hashtag was already in existence. This is something that was already a big thing on social media, but no one had actually gone ahead to do a physical protest. So we decided to take that extra step. So we went out on the 8th. I think it was a Tuesday. We went out and probably were expecting maybe around about 50, 100 people, but probably got around about 2,000 people or so that came out on that very day, and it was huge. We did a march to a police station which has some high-ranking officers here in Lagos, and we handed in a petition just saying that the youth as a group were very unhappy with the way things were going, and we were really furious about police brutality, police harassment, police extortion, and enough is enough. Basically, everyone was standing up. Everyone was lending their voice to this particular cause. So from that day up until now, back to back, it's been a different state in the country, because there's 36 states in total.
Right.
But apart from that very one on that day, we didn't even have to call for people to come out in other states. Everyone just trooped out, and on their own. It's been crazy. It's been really crazy.
Falz?
Yeah.
Let me just interrupt you a bit, because I just want to ask you so that our viewers are clear. EndSARS is the hashtag and it's the movement. SARS, for everybody to understand, is a special police unit, right? It's the special anti-robbery squad. What is it about them? And apparently they're not in uniform, they're plainclothes, and for years you have been protesting against them. What is it that you're actually protesting? What do they do?
It's all forms of violence. It's all forms of brutality, and the offenses that they're supposed to be protecting us against is pretty much the offenses they end up committing. The SARS stands for State Anti-Robbery Squad, but they're committing the armed robbery, because we hear about numerous cases where they stop young people just because you look fresh, just because you look young and you look like you're making a lot of money. They'll stop you, they'll harass you, they'll go through your phone, and sometimes they check, they search for messages from your bank, for example, so they could see your bank account balance. And when they do that, they drive you to an ATM, get you to withdraw money, and before they let you go, if they can't get money off you, they lock you up. We hear about several cases where they've locked people up and those people disappeared because they were eventually killed. So it's really crazy. If you're not as lucky when you encounter them, they could shoot you on the spot. It's all forms of violence. They beat people up. They torture people. They murder. They commit armed robbery. It's everything. And there have been so many cases.
From what Falz said so far, you will understand that he is actually speaking the mind of most Nigerian youths across the country. Yes, they are finding situations difficult every day. Getting a job after graduation from school is something disturbing. Getting a good treatment in a hospital is something disturbing. It's something that you can't actually find. And meanwhile, these people can easily afford taking themselves abroad to get treated and come back to this country and mess it up for us. That is what Falz is trying to say, and I kind of find reasons with that. I kind of understand his own point of view, but you have to understand that we cannot actually achieve it burgling shops, destroying properties. We can only achieve it peacefully and making our constructive protests. That is how we can actually achieve it. Right now, going around the country is that a lot of properties are being destroyed and a lot of people are being rendered jobless, and that is something disturbing. We need to rethink on this and find a way to register our intentions. And I saw something on social media that a particular party logo, Youth Development Party or so, Democratic Party, is being floated, and a lot of people are saying that the young people should have a political party to themselves. With one voice, we can outnumber or remove these people from position and occupy it if we can just count, if we could just count our vote. And that is something constructive. I kind of trying to think about if the youths of this country just decided to like agree on this thing is going to be achieved. But I see a kind of division of the youth along tribal lines, religious lines, and that is something we need to actually pull away for us to achieve these particular views and particular points. Just before I jump off, I want you guys to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time I upload my videos. But if already subscribed, thank you for subscribing, thank you for supporting Free West D.